Hi and welcome to Visual Basic Advanced Scientific Calculator. So I'll start by clicking on the 7, 8, 9 and we can backspace. Multiply that by 3, that is correct. Maybe add a number to it, that is 5, divide by maybe 8, that's correct. So let's clear it, declare works, plus minus, that is fine. Let's go to the scientific calculator. Logarithm, correct. Pi, that's correct. Clear. Cos, let's see, sine h is infinity 9, sine h, that's correct. Let's check out tangent. That's good. Let's check out 65 binary, correct. 69 denary, that's correct. Octal, hexadecimal octal, that is correct. And then let's multiply together into 3 times. Clear. And let's check this out. Clear. Let's look for the logarithm of that and that. Okay, the next thing we can do in this calculator is temperature converter. Let's enter a value in there to be converted. Celsius to Fahrenheit, check that out. Fahrenheit to Celsius, check that out. Kelvin, check that out. The next thing we want to do is let's try out the multiplication timetable. There, that is fine. Reset, enter whatever value in there. It's a very handy calculator. Then the next one is converter, kilometers to miles to kilometer or kilometer to miles. Okay, that's how the calculator works, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic development environment, and we'll put one of these advanced calculators together. So let's do that now. Hi, welcome to Visual Basic Scientific Calculator. This is going to be an advanced calculator. So let's start by clicking on New Project. Let's select Visual Basic from this dialog box and select Windows Forms application. I'm going to call it Advanced Scientific Calculator. And save my project right away. Let's call that VB anyway. VB underscore Advanced Scientific Calculator. Save. Now that the form is ready, I'm going to select the property and define the size of this form. Maybe go for about 1040 for now. I can always change that. And the height, that's the width. The height, let's go for 550. Press enter. And right here the text and it, I'm just gonna call it calculator. There. Okay, the next thing is to go straight into the text field here. We may have to extend this a little. Let me just extend it that much. Okay, let's go straight into the text field. We need buttons and we'll need, let's go for text box. There. We have button, we have a text box. Let's enter those right there and multi-line, that much. Then we also need, let me get a menu on board. There, we have a menu right there and extend this that much. Just click and drag. Those are all the buttons now taking shape. Okay, for the menu, come here, just enter file. Underneath we have standard for standard calculator, and here we have scientific. Then let's go for temperature. go for multiplication timetable as well. Why not? Multiplication table, and maybe underneath here we just enter exit. Alright, then to the side let's enter edit and view. Let's enter view there. Okay, what I will do now is double click on the form and enter the following lines of codes. So that will be me dot width equals let's go for 300. Why the text give that a name really? Let's change the name of the text box to txt display. Let's change that to txt display there, and come right in, go back to the code. We'll say txt display dot width, no, that will be width, dot width equals 260. Or let's see the width of that display before we start. Okay, it's actually 231. Alright, 231 there. So that means when I run this program now, it will just show us 231, and the form will also shrink to 300. Okay guys, that's how it's looking. I think that's fine. So we just adjust as we go ahead. Let's speed up the whole development process of the interface, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, that is the whole interface development process, and I've also given them all a name. Let's see the name of that. That's btn7. That's btn7 txt display. Okay, let's see here, because we may have to change that again. Okay, it's back to 266, so let's go back in there and just change that to 266. Right, and for the scientific, okay, that is fine. So back on the code here, then I'm going to say me dot text. So anytime that opens, I would like you to specify that this is a standard calculator. Standard calculator. Why on design view, my spelling is wrong. It just shows calculator. Alright, so we go back in here, and right here double click on the scientific one. I'm just going to copy all of this and change it. Let's minimize this so that we have enough room to work. Come right here with the scientific one. I'm going to change the size to 580. Let's see the size. We might as well do the measurements. Come here. 583, and this one will be 551. Okay, 583, and this is 551. Okay, and this should change to scientific. Scientific calculator. Right, this one as well. Okay, there. So the next one is, let's come in here and see the size of this. About that much, and that's supposed to be 1014. So go back in the code. Let's double click on this temperature converter and paste all of that in there. This still remain as 551, and this is 1014, and this actually becomes temperature conversion. Alright, so just copy all of this, really copy everything here and come right here, multiplication timetable. So that's a multiplication times table there. Okay, in the case of this temperature converter, as you can see, I've placed that in a group box. Look at that. Now I just need to know the location and size of that very group box. The size is the width is actually 417, and that's the height. I'm going to copy that. Now let's have a look at the location. The location is 5, 7, 6 and 27. So let's go to the temperature conversion here. So I think that will be group box 1 dot, let's see, location, or let's say location equals, let's say, new point equals that. No, I think that's for the height and width, but let's take care of the height and width first. This dot width equals and dot height equals 368. Now let's have a look at this. Let's get the location right. The location for that temperature is 500 plus 570. Yeah, come right down here. I'll go in there. Let's paste that there. That's the location. So I'm going to just copy all of this for the, because I also have right here multiplication timetable. Okay, in there all I have is listbox, text box, and 2 buttons. Have a good look at them. Let's move that, or let's just say right click on it and bring it to the top. Alright, yeah, that's it there. So list box, call list multiply, and this one is called text multiply, and this one is called bnt multiply. So I'm going to return it back to the corner right here. Let's move it somewhere there. We also need one more. Okay, so let's come here. First of all, let's get that in place first, and that is actually group box number 3. So come right down here, multiplication, come down here, group box number 3, change everything. Okay, now we want group box number 3 visible. Anytime we click on it, group box 3 visible equals true. Now group box 1 visible equals false. Repeat the same thing for this one. Come here and just change it around. This will become 3 and this become 1 there. Okay, so if I run the program now, this is how the whole system look for now. If I click on, let's click on that. That's the standard calculator, scientific, and right here temperature. And suppose you want to change that to, okay, you understand what I'm trying to achieve, so that's fine now. But none of this works yet. But we also need just one more group box, and that group box will just be our unit converter. They're supposed to be unit converter. Yeah, I meant to have unit converter there. Come back here and just type in unit conversion. Yeah, and just move this up. Okay, with the unit conversion, I'm just going to copy everything here, copy everything in here, and paste it right in here, and change this to unit conversion. Now the size is right for everything. It's going to be group box 4 really, so I'm just going to change that to 4, and I'll add one more. For now you get an error, don't worry about that. And group box 3 in this case will be false. Only group box 4 will be visible. 3 is false. Okay, the other one that says group box, this should be group box 4 false, and here as well, and here as well. Enter that group box 3, 4 actually 4, that will be false. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the code, get it sorted, and add. Come to the toolbox. Let's add a group box here. Yeah, there. That's our group box number 4 there. You see that? That's number 4, but we need it to be approximately that size. Yeah, that's group box number 4. We'll move that aside. Let's see what's the size of all my content in here. It's 20, so let's change that to 20 as well. There. And right in here we change that to unit conversion. There. Okay, let's enter the data, the object that we want on it. Okay, for group box number 4, I have a combo box there, text box, that's LBL, that's a label, a button, and a button. So I'm now going to just maybe move this aside for now, or let's code this first. Okay, so I'll double click on the form, and right underneath here enter as follows. Okay, which means when I run the program, this is what shows up. Okay, I also need to make them all not visible. Let's come here, just a group box 1 dot visible equals false. That's for group box 1. So group box 2 is inside group box 1, so that's fine. Then this will be group box 3 and 4. If you want to see group box 2, let me show it to you right here. That is group box number 2, so I don't need to do anything with it. Alright, back in here. So let's code this and get the rest out of the way, or maybe double click on this and just take care of the rest. So let's say txt unit dot clear, then lbl unit dot text equals clear. So I've taken care of that. I think the combo, let's see, what did I call that? Right at the top is choose. Let's come in here and just enter choose in there. Double click on that. Change that to this. Okay. Now the calculation, double click on that. And right here, those are the lines of code for the unit conversion right there. So maybe change this one to unit conversion. Okay, that's that taken care of. So let's come in here now. So we've taken care of everything here. Let's move it aside. It's going to be right underneath here. That's fine. I don't need it anymore. Alright, let's take care of these guys here. Okay, they all have a name, so no problem. So double click on this converter for the temperature converter there. Okay, since we have temperature converter here, and in here I've already entered, or here really I already have some temperature converter in there. What I'll do is, let's go back onto the form, because I intend to use just one. I'm going to delete all of this, get rid of them. So let's go back to the code, double click on the code, and here get rid of all of this. Yeah, that's fine. Up to here. Yeah. Okay, that should take care of that. So which means, and here, up here, I'm going to enter the following variables. Okay, I intend to use these variables, and maybe let's dim some other variable. First number as double, dim second number as double as well, then dim answer as double, then dim, let's say operation or opera as string. Alright, so this one I'm going to need them for these I operations. Let's come in here. So this one is taken care of. Double click on this, and let's say I operation, there's a P, equals capital C. Right, then repeat the same thing here. I operation equals capital F. I operation equals capital K. Now let's come back to the converter. Double click on the converter there and just enter the following lines of codes there. So using select case we deal with the operator. Then if it's C, this is the conversion that should take place. If it's F, that's the conversion that should take place. And if it's K, that's in conversion, different one should take place. So all that we need to do now is clear up all of this. So to do that, double click on reset and enter as follows. So that will take care of that as the reset codes there. Okay, now we've taken care of another extension part of it. Now let's take care of the arithmetic the timetable. Okay, for the timetable, move this one in here. Let's put it up there, and I can just move this aside to one side. Now double click on the multiplication timetable, and in there let's maybe declare something, dim I as integer. For I equals 1 to 12. Alright, that's fine. Now let's get the name of these guys. Alright, and this one is, okay, come back in there. Listbox malt dot items dot add, and what are you adding? We're adding I equals times, let's put a space, times, and let's say plus txt mod, I think, multiply dot, let's check out the name, copy it, come back in there, just paste that there. Dot text. Okay, we need a plus here. Alright, then I'm just going to copy all of this. copy that, paste that in here. Then I times txt mod dot text. Alright, change this to equals, and that will take care of the multiplication timetable there. Okay, what else is remaining in there? Let's take care of the reset. This, no, do that. We need this item dot clear, paste that there, dot clear, and we also need to clear this. Clear. I'll just use dots clear there. So those are the two components that need clearing there. Okay, so that's looking fine. Yeah, so all of that is done. The three different components we intend to use is all done. So put this here underneath here, and let's grab my form and position it properly. So if I run my program now, let's run it so that you guys can see it. At the initial state, that's how the form looks like. This one, nothing is happening here. If I click on scientific, there, nothing is happening in scientific. So let's go for temperature converter. Let's convert this to anything there. Okay, Fahrenheit, Kelvin, I mean, and Fahrenheit, Celsius. Okay, now that's fine. Let's click on multiplication. Okay, that is not working. Let's see why. Let's find out why. Very good. We should be able. Oh, look at this. You see that? Let's change it to this, if that will work better. And come in here as well. Okay, let's try this again. Enter a number in there. Yeah, that's working fine now. So it doesn't like plus. Okay, now let's come in here and select this. Drop that down. Let's convert anything. Convert, that's fine. Clear. Okay, all of them are working as expected apart from the main calculator itself. So let's take care of that now very fast. So the first thing I'll do is select all of these. Let's select them all. Alright, and let's group them as one. Come to the property here, select event, come to event click. Let's just call it button underscore click there. So right here I'm going to enter the following lines of code. Let's make a space so that you can see it. And right there, those are the lines of code for the buttons, all of the buttons. Okay, now let's group this as well. Let's group all of these, the operators, and come right here. Let's give it a name. Come to event click and just type in arithmetic underscore operator there. Alright, right underneath here we enter as follows. Okay, right in here paste we enter the following lines of codes there. That's for the arithmetic operators. The next one we take care of now is, let's take care of the equals. Double click on the equal. Okay, now those are the lines of code for the equals. Alright, let's just correct this and do that. Second number. Alright, there they are. So take it up so that you guys can see it there. So I've also included operators such as mode and exponential there. Okay, Alright, now let's go back to the program. 1, 2 is taken care of. We just need to take care of all of these. Okay, before we continue, let me just show you the backspace. Those are the lines of code for the backspace. That's done. And the decimal point, those are the lines of code as well. Okay, for the clear, that's easy. That's it. And that's for the other clear button. And here I have plus minus. There, those are the lines of code for plus minus. Okay, let's take care of these ones. Double click on that. On that is supposed to be pi equals, let's just enter it in there, 3.141, and there, that's the rest of the pi. So that's pi done. Now let's take care of the logarithm. Double click on the, and right here are the lines of code for the log. I'm just going to copy that. Come in here. Let's double click on this, the square, paste that in there. Just need to change this dot square. There we go. So if you like, you can always change the variable so that you don't get it wrong. I'm going to change that and change this. That's for my square root. If you're wondering what is this IBL show ups, that's it right here, somewhere here. Let me come to my property here and just show it to you. LBL show ups. There we go. And you see that it's right here. Okay, it's a sort of display. Alright, that's that done. Copy all of these. Let's repeat exactly the same thing for sign H. Paste that in there. Change that to sign H. This one as well, sign H. That's sign H. Sign H here, there, and right here change the mathematics function to, there we go. Alright, so just copy this. Let's use that for sign. Come down in here, double click on sign, paste that in there, just delete the H. That's for the sign. Okay, one more there, and this we just need to change the name. Let's put in the right name, sign. Maybe the S should be lowercase, and this is sign H lowercase. There, this is square. Okay, the next one, let's double click on the cosine. Let's copy all of that, paste that in there. That's supposed to be cosine. Let's see, was it cosine H? Yeah, cosine H. And just change the names around. So what I'll do next is just speed it up. As you guys can see, I'm just repeating the same thing because it's the same lines of codes. Come in here and just change that sign to cosine H. There we go. Alright, delete the N. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to speed that up and get back to you guys as soon as I finish this part of it. Okay, that of tangent is taken care of. as well. That's tangent H, as you can see. Now tangent itself, have a look at the lines of codes. Okay, let's see octa. That's octa, which is base 8. That is supposed to be base 16. That's the hexadecimal. Let me show it to you. Double click on that. Base 16 right there. And then base 2, which is the binary. That's it there. Okay, now the square is taken care of. This is not taken care of, but let's take care of one thing first. Right click on this, or double click on it, and just enter the following lines of code here. Let's come in there, right there, so that will stop people from entering characters like like alphabet and so on. Okay, to do that we are meant to use different events. That should be key press events. Sorry, let's come down here and change the event to key press. Here, there, right there, key press event. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the same thing for all of the text box on this screen. Double click on that as well. Come to key press event. You can paste that in there so that people don't enter ordinary characters in there. Okay, that's txt. Just double click on this, change that to key press event, paste, and one more. If you guys still remember the one I hide right underneath here, let's move it up. Can you see that? Okay, double click on it. Come right here, key press event as well. That's that. So all of that is taken care of. So now I believe I've shown you guys all of the codes apart from this. Let's double click on that and just copy this across. Come right here, double click on the dictionary. That's it right there. I'm just gonna get rid of the 2, and that's it. That's taken care of. And here, that's the lines of code for that. So it's just multiplying the content of the text box together. And here you multiply the content of the text box 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it there. Done. Now here, you just divide it by 1.0, and that will give you the answer. Those are the lines of code there. The next one here is the logarithm. The difference between this and that is the other one is log 10. This one is just log. And here, that's the lines of code there. Okay, so like I said, this one is just logarithm. The other one is, when you double click on it, you see it's this log 10. And that will be the end of the whole program, and all I just need to do now is just to try it out so that you guys can see it. Alright, let's give it a run, but before then let's move this back up. Yeah, about that, that's fine. And just all of this, move them in a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So save, run, and there we go, guys. So we can add up anything in there, multiply it there. Okay, maybe add it. You can see my output in there. Okay, by maybe 8 there. Clear. Enter that times that would be minus 30. Okay, and this works as well. Now the next thing is, let's have a look at the scientific. That's the scientific. Clear that, enter. Let's go for there. That's correct. That is correct. Clear. Cosine, correct. Let's see, tangent 1, correct. Okay, let's go for 65. The binary one will be, that will be actually be 1 0 0 0 0 0 1. So let's see if it's correct. Yeah, that's correct. 1 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, clear. It's the 9. That's correct. After is correct. Okay guys, that works as we want. Now let's give multiplication timetable a try. That is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. The next one, let's come in here. Oh, unit converter, that's correct. We need temperature converter. Temperature converter, let's just enter 40. Okay, 40 is fine. There and there. So that works as we want. Okay, 40. Again, let's change it to another number. That is fine. Alright, reset, and there guys, that's how you develop your own scientific calculator in Visual Basic. So with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this program. I suppose you all enjoy it, but there's one thing missing here. You can see it's not returning back. That's easy. Let's just double click on that and copy that from here. Yeah, let's copy all of that. Come right here, fix that first. There, let's paste that in there and change this to calculator. Right. So if I run it now, go straight into scientific or whatever, I can always just go back to my standard calculator. So that's how you develop your own scientific calculator in Visual Basic. In fact, this is an advanced scientific calculator. Suppose you all enjoyed. So you all have a nice day now. Bye for now.